So I had to go on a little business trip for a few days. When I came back, this is the youngest of Laurel and Scruffy's babies. She's the one that hurt her leg. When I left, she was looking really good. She was starting to use her leg. She was eating. I left her with her next oldest sibling, and that is Gizmo. And she has taken this huge nosedive. Now, her siblings fledged 2.5, 3 weeks ago. And you see her leg is hanging down in the back. She's not using it. It's totally healed, but she's not using it at all anymore. I don't know what happened, but the other thing is that she's starving. It's like she is so far beyond the nest at this point, 2 or 3 weeks out. But she's never learned to eat anything but the spray millet on the bottom of the cage. And she's just not even feeding herself. It's like she sat in the nest and watched all of her siblings eat and be fed while she starved. And it's almost like she doesn't know how to do anything else except sit and starve. And I can't figure out what's wrong with the leg. It's totally healed. She was walking on it when I left, and now, as you can see, it's hanging down and she doesn't move it at all. I don't know what the heck is going on, but I will never again let these birds try and raise 5 babies. Live and learn. So what I did, and Gizmo is starting to go downhill too. I don't know what the heck is going on, but it's like, it's almost like if they're left to starve for long enough, they don't know how to ever grow up or something. Because Gizmo keeps looking like she's ready, and then I pull her back in, and then she starts looking like she's ready, and then I pull her back in, and I don't know what's going on. But I have noticed in the past that baby birds thrive when they have adult birds around. So I put the older sibling out in the big flight. She's more than ready. This is Scruffy and Verde, who are sitting in here because I'm thinking about selling them or passing them on. And I just put them in here because they need to be around adult birds. And lo and behold, the first thing that happens is both of them, who were sitting on the bottom of the cage, have now climbed up on the perches. So I don't know what it is. I mean, this really is her father. Scruffy is her father right there. He's probably not going to act like it after all this time. I mean, he's been without babies for 2 weeks now. But this little one just doesn't want to grow up. And now, well, she's climbed up on a perch at least. So I don't know what the heck is going on, but behaviorally, these two are not developing. So I'm going to leave them with these 2 adult males. And hopefully that will be what it takes to spark a will to live. Especially for this little one here, but also for Gizmo, because Gizmo just is not adapting to big bird life. I put her out in the big flight and she starts to fail, and then I take her in, and then I put her back out and she fails some more. So, and both of these birds are well over the age where they should be out there in that flight cage acting like birds, and they just aren't. So, and I have no idea what happened to this leg. It was never broken or anything in the first place, and she was using it, and now it's just all messed up. I have no idea what's going on. So I can't do anything to it because there's no wound that I can see. I don't know what's happening there. So if something doesn't happen soon, though, I may have to put her down. Because, you know, I don't know what else to do with her. And if she's gonna have to spend the rest of her life like this with it hanging down and she can't stand on a perch, then that's not gonna work. So I don't know. It's a big question mark right now because I don't know what's gone wrong, so I don't know what I can do. I just have to wait and see if she's gonna climb out of this or not. So that's that. Here is Stratus and Marine, who've been in here with their fledged babies for a week now. And they are looking really good. These are their little tykes. Let's see, let's take a look at them. I do not, at one point I thought maybe I had a violet. I don't think I do anymore. This is a nice big cobalt, which again means Dad has a dark factor. A nice big cobalt, it's up and about. Baby number 2 with a yellow face, and baby number 2, look at that. I don't know, is that a violet factor? It almost looks like a yellow face. I mean a golden face. Another big solid baby, and baby number 3 is another cobalt yellow face. See that? Everybody got a dark factor, I believe. And everybody's looking good. They're not up on perches yet, so we're still waiting on them. They're 35 days old, which is what? How many weeks is 35 days? They probably have another 10 days to go. But I want to see them up on perches before I put them back out in the big flight cage. And I may not put them back out in the big flight cage because I repopulated. So, but everybody is looking great. Their success with raising 3 big, strong, healthy chicks is obvious. And that is good. The others that I have in here, here is Coco and Kobe. I think Kobe grew. He's a 2017, so he is going to still grow. Or at the very least grow more feathers. And look at those little babies. Oh, they're fat little things. I just brought them in last night. They're just 25 days. And I couldn't tell by size who was the oldest chick. So I had to look at their bands. And this little guy, who is clearly a gray, is the oldest baby. And look at that nice dark steel gray. It might be a gray with a dark factor, which is my favorite. And this little guy right here is a cobalt, just like Daddy. And their older sister out in the big flight is a sky blue. So we have a different baby every time. They are looking really good. They are fat and sassy. Kobe, when I caught them and I held him in my hand, was looking pretty lean. And what that tells me is that he had taken over feeding the babies entirely himself. And Coco was getting ready to flip and start laying eggs again. So I brought them in late last night. They got about an hour to look around and see what's up before it became dark. And then they woke up here this morning. And Coco is starting to pay more attention to her chicks. She's following Kobe down and watching him feed them and discussing things with them. And it's the 25th day cutoff is really pretty. You gotta get in there and do something by the 25th day, or those females will flip. And I do not believe, I believe this is 100% a man-made dilemma. Because we have these great big giant birds. In the wild, having a female shut down after the oldest chick is 4 weeks old probably works just fine. Because they have much less growing to do, much less feather to grow in. They're probably pretty darn mature by that time. But with these giant babies that these guys have, they need so much more time. And all that selective breeding for size and feather, nobody thought to breed out the desire to, in the hen, to turn around and rebreed again. So. But on the other hand, I don't think it's normal for her to be taken away from her chicks before they are fledged, because I see a lot of really strong parenting go on with the hens when I leave them together. So it takes them a day or two to adapt. They lose that nest box and their little brains kind of go ka-chink. But as soon as they adapt, they go back to raising their babies, and they do a fine job for 2 more weeks. So it's all looking good, and again, with only 2 babies, they got a nice size, and nobody's starving. See this little one over here? What are you doing? I'm gonna go get on the bars with your legs stuck in there. Can't move. Get over there. There. Yeah, I don't know what she did, but it's not good. She's so light. She's like, I don't know what you call it. She's so light, it's like there's nothing there. She's just a breastbone with feathers. That's not good. But maybe, you know, there are certain chicks that you can't save. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I should see. And look at her. She runs right over to the wire where she can't move. She'll get stuck there and be unable to move for days unless I come and save her. Why are you doing this? She's like suicidal or something. Maybe she's trying to kill herself. Go on. Get over there. I don't know. Maybe she's trying to kill herself. Okay, well, I don't know. It's not good.